Once upon a time, the synthesizer found himself in a familiar kingdom of gray, a land where his own life force seemed to seep away into the soil. The road ahead was long, his chariot was wounded, and a great wall of work loomed after the day was done. He felt a deep need, not for treasure or for rest, but for alignment, a way to stop the slow, agonizing drain that left him feeling drowned in his own life. To answer this need, he journeyed to a lake and crossed a threshold not of wood or stone, but of water. He slipped into the cold, clear depths, and as he did, the world changed. The search began. He was no longer a weary traveler on the land of his sorrows, but a silent explorer in an enchanted realm of light and life. He saw fish darting like slivers of silver, and a crayfish moving like an ancient armored knight. In that quiet world, he found a glimmer of what he was searching for, a vision of himself in a place like this, but far away, free from the tethers that bound him. Yet as soon as the vision came, the old walls of his mind rose up, telling him of all the reasons it was impossible. But the water had worked its magic. He had found something more valuable than a fleeting dream. He found a new way of seeing. He realized the fear of change, which he had seen as a terrible monster guarding the path, was not a monster at all. It was simply a toll booth, demanding a price of courage and uncertainty. And as he weighed this price, he looked back at the kingdom of gray and finally understood the true cost of staying, a daily tax on his very soul. The ledger was clear. It was cheaper to pay the toll and leave than to keep paying the tax to stay. He took this clarity with him as he returned to the world of air and responsibility. The price of his new understanding was the raw feeling of his own fear, the ache of a necessary separation from his son yet to come. But he returned with a plan. He began to build the future, not with grand pronouncements, but with the simple, deliberate magic of preparing food for the week. A change had rooted. The man who entered the water was drowning. The man who emerged was an architect. The gray kingdom was still there. The road was still long. But he now saw it not as his prison, but as a place he was actively, thoughtfully, and strategically preparing to leave. The journey ahead was daunting, but for the first time he held a map that showed a way out.